Whoa, what's up? What's up? This is interesting. Man, look at all that stuff in that picture. I don't know who did that, but whoever did, it's craziness. I actually am interested in streaming on different platforms. Um, right. All right, hold that thought. We're going to talk a little bit about crypto events, blockchain events. We're going to talk about that today. I hope that you can hear me because it is on and popping. So, if you're interested in what events are going on around the globe, then we got something in for you. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the weekly events, monthly events, and even some of the events last month coming up next month. There's some real excitement about what's going on in the blockchain world, as in the Philippines. They're doing big things right now with the cryptocurrency in the blockchain industry. So I definitely want to give you some insight to that and maybe point you in a direction of some of the things that are going on over there. But hold on, right now I'm looking for some info, and I need to find that right quick. So, no worries. All right, what we got right there? Let's see what we got going on. Boom. Yeah, it's really good. Huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't worry. Be happy. We're getting it on, getting it down. I'm looking for what the world? I am looking for some information. Okay. Where is it? I don't know. Huh. This is weird. Not sure what happened. Yes. Oh, this is awesome. So, yeah, hey, just so you know, I'm Rashid Hill, and I am excited to be part of this new era. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call it our cryptocurrency era, because a couple of years back, 2016, 2017-ish, I was really curious about blockchain, Bitcoin, just cryptocurrency in general. And then I found out more information about altcoins as well. And so that really was interesting to me because I saw an opportunity to be ahead of the game and versus chasing the game. You know, there's one statement I lead with the groups that I talk to. I always say, you know, don't chase your dream, create your dream. You know, so here we are in 2016, looking at opportunities, looking for opportunities, doing what we could to capture the right opportunity so we can set up ourselves and our families for a beautiful future. And we were always one step behind because when you get information, it's kind of like the news. The news comes on every day, every night, right? You have it at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, sometimes 11. And the news is talking about what happened. But when you're watching it, you think it's happening right now, you know, and then when the weather comes on, they're taking information that was in the past and they're presenting it up to date, right? So that up to date means that it's something that's already occurred. So our life is filled with opportunities that came while we weren't watching or arrived, and we pretty much get the information after somebody else has already gotten it. And so when I found out about cryptocurrency in this one particular pioneer of a company, they actually had been in business for maybe about a year. And so I'm like, oh, here we are again. But the beauty of it was you still have probably the majority of the world that's not hip to cryptocurrency, didn't understand it, don't know what it is. And so when you talk about Bitcoin, you're talking about one when there's over 2,000 that's been created. And so that was interesting. But when Bitcoin itself, when you start to understand the history, you start to understand where it started and kind of where it's come to today and where it may be going, then you know it has set up the industry for success. And so it's not about Bitcoin anymore. It's about the industry that's going to be the future of money. And if you can get that, if you can wrap your head around that idea, now you're moving in the right direction. But if you're not hip to the fact that cryptocurrency is the future of money, then you're going to have some challenges in the future. Here's what I believe is going to happen, and that is we will see cryptocurrency in some form or fashion. Maybe it's through a Visa card because they're in competition with Visa. They're in competition with the banks. So instead of fighting them, they know people are interested in it. They know people are curious about it. And if somebody decides to choose one or the other, they're going to choose the one that has the least amount of friction or headache or transaction fees than they currently are getting beat up about. Whereas it has already been recorded that Visa, the fees that they charge their merchants, the merchants charge the customer, right? And so with some of the grocery chains out there, they stopped using Visa because the fees were just too high. And when you look historically at what Visa and MasterCard has done together, then over the last maybe 10 to 15 years, they've earned billions of dollars in just fees, let alone the purchases that come on top of that. And whereas a fee is maybe 35 cents, and then the fees on top of that, 2% of the actual purchase, and so on and so forth. So yes, it's out of control. So when you have a cryptocurrency that comes along and the fees are minimal, maybe 0.01 cent, maybe 1 cent, maybe 5 cents, but no more than that. Well, and things happen instantly. That's when you have some eyebrows raised because the competition is definitely here. But how do you understand cryptocurrency? How do you learn about what's happening in the world? How do you know more information? How do you get more information so you can be in the know? Well, let's talk about some of the events that are going on around the world that gives you an opportunity to learn more about the industry as a whole. Not just blockchain, not just cryptocurrency, but we're talking about the wired and unwired. We're talking about AI, artificial intelligence. We're talking about um, augmented reality, and we're talking about assisted reality, AR. We're talking about blockchain. We're talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about altcoins. We're talking about Internet of Things, IoT. Um, we're talking about emerging technologies that aren't even mentioned. And we definitely are talking about smart cities. And we're going to get into that as well. But, one of the things about smart cities is I found out recently that the U.S. Marines and San Diego kind of city government, they have been in partnership to create a more smart San Diego. And smart cities basically everything is connected to a point where there's not proactive reality, there's predictive reality. And that happens because everything has some form or fashion of a device within that can talk to another device. So you have this connected reality. And it's very interesting. But we'll talk about that later. So I'm going to get into some of the events. So what's happening around the world? We got Wire Connect happening March 23rd, London, England. So if you're in London, England, March 23rd, Wire Connect is happening. Wire Connect is going to be happening, and that is happening at Wire Connect. It's going to be at the Imperial College in London, and that is in Kensington, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. on March 23rd. And if you want more information about that, you can go to the imperialac.uk, or you can look at https://wireconnect.btcwires.com. So that's what's happening with Wire Connect. We got the blockchain delights, driving mass adoption through better UX. This is happening in Seattle, Washington, March 25. Blockchain delights, driving mass adoption. This is happening in Seattle, Washington, March 25. March 27, we got the crypto conference, C3 crypto conference in Berlin, Germany. All things crypto. C3 crypto conference is happening in Berlin on March 27. So if you're interested, if you're in Berlin, or if you want to travel to Berlin, they're still looking for speakers as well. So they have an annual event, C3, that's happening in Berlin, Germany, March 27th. All things crypto. We got the TF Blockchain 3 that's happening in Seattle, Washington. Two events happening in Seattle, Washington. One is March 25th, one is March 28th. And this is TF Blockchain 3. So TF Blockchain 3, let's talk about that, because that's very interesting to me. So the TF Blockchain, it was a token forum. So TF Token Forum blockchain event is the premier blockchain conference in the Pacific Northwest, they claim. We host an intimate conference setting focused on advanced level topics, dedicated networking sessions, and investors, entrepreneurs, executives, and policy makers. So they're going to have some pretty interesting speakers that's going to be there, talking about issuance. Got a CSO from Bittrex is going to be there, and that is going to be in Seattle. Like I said, Seattle, Washington. And if you want more information, you can always go to their website, cs-tf-blockchain3, and you can find out more information about that. But yeah, that's a annual event that they get real intimate with some of the leaders in the industry and give you some advanced level information on what's happening in the blockchain world. Then we have March 29th, BlockHedge second annual edition. BlockHedge second annual edition, which is in Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. March 29, you have BlockHedge second annual edition. So they must be having a conference there. Looks like investments. So let's get into that. and see what goes on with the Block Hedge conference in Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand, March 29. This is an international platform for showcasing latest blockchain innovation, contemporary industry trends, and the hottest STOs, and much, much more. This time, Blockhead is hosting the second annual Mega Blockchain and Crypto Conference in Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand on March 29. They'll have over 40 international speakers, more than 20 venture capitalists, people looking to invest, and they have about 50 other media partners that'll be there. So you might definitely want to make your way to this incredible event in Bangkok, Thailand. Beautiful place. So beautiful that me and my wife had our particular honeymoon in Bangkok, Thailand. So that's pretty cool. So right here, it talks about hottest trends in SDOs. So security tokens, as you know, are kind of the highlight of 2019. A lot of experts are saying that the security tokens has kind of gotten the attention of mainstream and industry funds and institutional money, and they want to play ball because they see that these are more like security tokens. These are more in line with what is traditional investments. So they're keen on the security token. But just as that has come along, stable coins have arrived as well. So you have what we call the stable coin, and the stable coin is basically filling the void of what people were worried about. Because as you know, most cryptocurrencies don't really carry any value because you can't turn it in and get something of exact value. Like, you know, and this is something that is very interesting when we get into immutability and things like that. So when we start to try to understand what's fragility, and you're trying to understand these concepts, then you have to know if it's fungible, right? Can I use this cryptocurrency token or coin and exchange it in exact value for something? If not, then what value is it? Because every day it's going up and down. And so you really don't have, if it's a $20 bill, it's a $20 bill. But today, if this is a, 20, token dash cryptocurrency, then tomorrow it may be 5-cent dash, right? So it's not fungible. So they're trying to balance that out. And so what some of the companies have done is they created stable coins that are pegged to the dollar. And just like investments and some stocks and things like this, they peg them to an actual currency, the dollar, so that when the dollar moves, it moves. So it's never going to not be able to be used as a core store of value because they've pegged it to something of value. Now, we can argue all day about the value of the US dollar, but that's not our topic today. But that's what stablecoin does, is it pegs their particular value with the US dollar, and thus they have some stability. And people are more prone to invest in stability versus volatility. And that is definitely what the cryptocurrency market is. It is volatile. Okay, so if you are serious about hedging your bet with the blockchain industry, then the Blockhead second annual event in Bangkok, Thailand on March 29 is the place you want to be. I've never been, and I probably won't be going this year, but I suggest that if you really want to take your knowledge to the next level, that will probably be the location you want to be. Now, if you can't make it in April, then in March, let's look at April. So here are some of the things happening in April. In April, you're looking at April 2nd, we have in Vienna, Austria, Blockchain Summit in Vienna, Austria. That's April 2nd. Then April 3rd in Los Angeles, you have the Crypto Block Con, which happens annually as well. Crypto Block Con, which is the bomb, is happening in Los Angeles, California. That's April 3rd. April 4th, you have Blockchain Las Vegas. So you know it's going down, the blockchain event in Las Vegas. So everything blockchain is happening on April 4th. in Las Vegas. That's more my speed since I'm in San Diego. Then Vegas is only 7 hours, so I may be able to put that on my schedule. It says taking place here April 4th through 6th in beautiful Westgate Resort and Casino, located just 1 block from the world famous Vegas Strip. Blockchain Vegas will join together with leading voices, visionaries, experts, economic pioneers, and enterprising investors from around the world to discuss the future of our financial world at this keynote event that's hosted in partnership with Bitcoin.com within the intersection of industry and expertise. 3 days will have a lot of presentations, exhibitions, discussion, networking events, and we'll talk about shaping the future of blockchain technology and how it affects different industries across the globe. Definitely going to be a good event. That's happening April 4th through the 6th, and that is at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, April 4th. So that's happening right there. And in April as well, we got Teams Blockchain Summit happening April 6th in Tokyo, Japan. We have Security Token Summit Los Angeles, April 8th. Security Token Summit, April 8th in Los Angeles. That I might be able to make as well. Let me check that out, because that's not bad. It's 2 hours away. So I can definitely do that. I'm kind of riding on security token. Information about security tokens is definitely something that I'm down with. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. April 8th as well in Sydney, Australia, you have the Community Ethereum Development Conference, EdCon 2019. That's happening April 8th in Sydney, Australia. You know, Ethereum is definitely a leader in the industry as well. And so if you have an opportunity to get in on that, you definitely want to do that. And then in Los Angeles on April 9th, we have Crypto Investment Conference, or Summit. That's happening April 9th. Like I said, if you want more information about these events, you want to know exactly where they are, the times, and what's happening with them, hey, go ahead and drop me a note and get in touch with me, and I will definitely get you that information. So right now, I am going to bounce out of that and give you a little bit information about one of my most desired cryptocurrency, blockchain, emerging markets company. They have impressed me thus far. And the amazing thing about this company is been following it for a while, a lot of big players in it, and everybody was interested in how do I maximize my blockchain investment, my cryptocurrency investment? How do I win? And so the company called Mize Network came with a powerhouse of knowledge and management experience in the field, and also with a marketing aspect that was very attractive. And so within the last year, they have promised and delivered. And so I recommend that you take a look at Mize Network if you're really interested in Bitcoin and some of the top cryptocurrencies out there and how to get a return on your investment. A lot of people's been burned by some of the mining companies, and definitely online and offline as well. So here is a way to go from the unproductive, unprofitable mining that you're involved in and get into some profitable mining. And so with one of the products that Mize Network has, they have introduced Power Mines, which is real mining investment through a blockchain. And so what we've done is got the opportunity in early January to invest by purchasing a value of Bitcoin of their particular company. And so they sold security tokens for ongoing research with an actual mine. So here's an actual mine that's been in business, doing business, profitable. Now they want to add the blockchain as support and to scale their business to a whole nother level. And the company that runs Mize Network, the actual company behind them, went into an exclusive partnership, and it allowed our members to get in on a pre-launch pre-sale of these particular tokens. That gave us about a 50% discount over what's going to be the cost for the public by the end of the month. So we've gotten 50% discount and 35% additional tokens on top of that for getting in early. So it's been very powerful, and you could double your money basically within 90 days. So they've definitely produced for us. And so Mize Network has partnered with Blue Hill Mining and produced an amazing, amazing product that we will benefit graciously for a long time to come. So you definitely have a great opportunity with Mize Network if you're interested in getting into the blockchain or cryptocurrency area. This is the place to do it. If you are interested in doing that, then I want to give you an opportunity to be part of my organization that is set up to invest into, and I'm no financial advisor. You know, I don't give out financial, official financial information to make you put your money somewhere that you don't want to. I'm only saying I put my hard-earned efforts and money into a program, and I have benefited from it. Therefore, I see the legitimacy of the company. They actually have real assets, and we have basically hedged our way into benefiting every 90 days. So I'm letting you know, since I'm a blockchain enthusiast, cryptocurrency investor, as well as a STO, ICO, TKO, TKE, TG, consultant, then I'm happy, thrilled to let you know that it's possible. It's happening. I recommend that you be part of it. And if you want more details, you can always, contact me or take a look at a site with no obligation. Okay, see? Power, yep. And there you go. Just take a look there. Boom. And we'll see what you got going on. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to talk about today. I mean, if you are interested in some smaller type events, more events that are localized, like meetups, things like this, here, let me give you a little information about that. There are meetups going on, and let's see here, Nigeria, very interesting. So March 23rd, they have a token called PHORE, P-H-O-R-E, and March 23rd, Nigeria, they are meeting at the Chartered Institute of Bankers, Nigeria, to promote the use and adoption of PHORE, P-H-O-R-E. So they're doing that, and Einsteinium. Yeah, if you hadn't heard about Einsteinium in a long time, Well, let me let you know. Istinium has, they're going to do a block halving, and like I said, topic for another day. But block halving is basically it's going to split. And they're doing that at block number 2,304,001. 2,304,001. So at that block that's being mined, boom, you should be able to benefit from that if you're part of that. Self-Key Marketplace launch March 25th. Marketplace launch March 25th, Self-Key. And Ken is going to be at the Mobile World Congress, Mobile World Congress, March 25th. And in San Francisco, there's a meetup for Zcash enthusiasts, March 26th, a meetup in San Francisco focused on the design of the Zcash reference wallet. So check that out. And Wax, which is another good one. It looks like on March 26th, William Wiggly, CEO, presents at the Goldman Sachs Disruptive Technology Symposium, March 26th to 27th in London. That's the Wax CEO. BAT, Basic Attention Token, March 26th. They're doing a Montreal meetup. BAT and Brave meetup at McGill University in Montreal, 7 to 9 p.m. That's on March 26th. BAT. So for now, I think that is enough information. Just putting it out there, letting you know there's a lot going on in the blockchain world. Like I said, I'm going to talk to you about the future of the blockchain industry. We're going to talk about smart cities. We're going to talk a little bit about, like I said, blockchain developments in the Philippines. They're creating smart cities. Boracay is becoming very blockchain friendly, AI friendly. And so they want to create an environment where, hey, come on over. You know, I think in Makati, there's some events happening there. I know Shangri-La's had a few events, meetups that, you know, some of the Ethereum people have visited and really brought to life the kind of subculture for blockchain and cryptocurrency in the Philippines. So I think that's really big. I think there's some future there, and you definitely want to be a part of that. I'm going to give you this little insight. If you want to be part of that, then the person you want to reach out to is on Instagram, with her actual Instagram profile name is at crypto. I'm Crypto Babe. At I am Crypto Babe. I am Crypto Babe, and you'll find Veronica there. And she's very instrumental in growing interest in blockchain and cryptocurrency in the Philippines. We also want to get into, like I said, smart cities, whereas in the UAE, Dubai has really taken the lead, like in the world, on smart cities. They have blockchain events just, you know, year round, and they have contests all the time for blockchain, open source platforms, developers to come up with, you know, new ways that they can utilize the blockchain. They use it in travel, they use it in the transportation, they're using it in government, reducing a lot of the monotonous paperwork and manual ways they've been doing business. They're streamlining the visa process, the customs process as well. So very, very, very advanced in the blockchain development and application and execution of that blockchain. Saudi has a Vision 2030, and so they're developing a technology-based economy that will require them to open up a little bit, be more flexible with, you know, the visitors, the businesses that can come in and further grow their economy and bring it up to speed. You know, so they will be engaging in opportunities, global opportunities, really. So they're trying to be more advanced, trying to catch up with the times and be more advanced in their business dealings. So they're trying to look at using blockchain to further their development. So You have Kuwait. Kuwait is doing the same thing. So all the countries have development plans. So there's a Kuwait National Development Plan. There's an Oman Vision 2020. And definitely you have Qatar that has a blockchain development vision as well. So you have, smart cities and the blockchain city basically coming out of Dubai. You got the Oman Vision 2020. You have Saudi Vision 2030. You have Kuwait National Development Plan, and you have the Qatar Vision 2020 as well. And so that whole Middle East, the world normally looks at the Middle East as being behind. That they're not taking on new technologies and new ideas and growing and flourishing, but they have all the money because of the oil and the LPG, the natural gas. So they're not as captured with the frivolous things that we see around us. But what they've done is created environments and continue to create environments that will allow you to come into their environment a little easier, be accepted, and you can spend your money there because you see products that you're familiar with. You see hotels that are well beyond what you see in the Western world as far as luxury, as far as amenities, and as far as service. The Middle East is unmatched when it comes to service. With Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, Emirates Airlines, Thai, Singapore, Sri Lankan Airlines, the Western world cannot touch the level of service you get with these particular airlines. So remember that. So yeah, if you're interested in traveling, don't look at what you think happened 10, 20 years ago. They have developed relationships with the West. They do have products and services that you're familiar with. So they brought in and allowed companies to come in and actually set up shop. And so you will feel more at ease and at home. But they do have obviously their own traditions, and they want to make sure that those are kept intact. So not trying to get you to bring over any extras. But if you're going to go, then just know that you don't have to feel like, man, they're far behind, because they have their plans in place to develop. And when they do catch up with the rest of the world, they're probably going to pass many countries in development for the future of money, the future of currency, and the future of technology, because they're there. They're doing it now. They're not dependent on oil and gas. They're dependent on the ingenuity of experts that can create and develop their countries in a way that it'll be sustainable and leaders in the future. So, China obviously plays a role in that as well. And so you definitely want to pay attention. So we're going to talk more about blockchain. We're going to talk more about Mize Network, Omnia as well. They're doing good things. We may throw in a little in iMarkets Live because these are companies that have embraced ways to make money with and be very profitable with the blockchain, cryptocurrency, and trading. And so I definitely want to have a conversation about that in the future. But between now and then, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and let you know that here, as a game changer, I'm all over it. So you definitely want to be part of the future. And that starts with understanding blockchain and what it can do for you and what it does for our society. But it can definitely do a lot for the next generation. So don't close your eyes. Don't sleep on it. Be a part of it. Learn about it. Get educated on it. I have my certification in blockchain for business, and I'm working on more courses so I can get more educated. And so I appreciate your time. I'm Rashid Hill. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to dealing with you in the future. Get your copy of 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, or you can just go to 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better.info, and you can find it on Facebook as well. Our Facebook group, 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better, and that'll get you started on the education. But until next time, we'll talk a little bit more about these smart cities all over the Middle East that are dominating in blockchain, smart cities, and the emerging technologies. It's been a pleasure. Peace.